This is another edition of the NFL Daily Mailbag. I am Will Scott, answering your questions here during our NFL Monday live show. And before we start answering y'all's questions, I want to tell you about this exciting new channel that we just launched, an NFL draft channel. Mock drafts, news, rumors, plenty of combine coverage as well, interviews, combine winners and losers, etc. YouTube.com/chatNFL. Go and subscribe. The sub link going to be in the comments and the description of today's video, but I think most of us follow the NFL draft pretty closely, so we wanted to launch a NFL draft channel here at Chat Sports, and the more subs we get, the more content you guys are going to get. YouTube.com/chatNFL. And now let's answer your questions here on our NFL mailbag. And with free agency beginning next week, there's a lot of juice out there that I'm sure you guys are going to be asking about. We begin with Mauricio saying, who should Miami sign since Pollard and Jacobs got tagged? And if we trade for Henry, what picks can we give away? That's a great question. Saquon Barkley's probably going to get tagged to Mauricio, and those are the three guys that I think Miami was going to look at if they became available. Miles Sanders is a name to watch. Kareem Hunt is a name to watch. But I feel like the best bet for Miami, and I think they have to seriously address the running back position this offseason. I do not think running it back with your group last year is the way to do it. Maybe bring back one of Mostert or Wilson, but not both. Maybe bring back one of Ahmed or Gaskin, but not both. But I think they should trade for Derrick Henry, and I think they could potentially do it without giving up a first-round pick. Maybe a second this year and a third next year, along with a player, or maybe a third pick could get that done. But it does appear the Titans are looking to trade Derrick Henry. Those are recent reports, and Miami is certainly a fit. In fact, Miami is second in betting odds to land Derrick Henry in a trade. But guess who the first team there is, Mauricio? That would be the Buffalo Bills. So if the Dolphins want to get Derrick Henry, they got to get to him before Buffalo does. GM Evan Hinder saying, since Frank Clark is getting released, do you think that Kansas City will draft Henry Toto? How do you pronounce that? Toto. Yeah, 31. Maybe. He's a name to watch there. There's going to be a lot of intriguing options for Kansas City. Frank Clark news happened today on Monday as we're filming this. Some people saw it coming, some didn't. But yeah, he's certainly an option there for the Chiefs at 31. Junior Estrada, should the Patriots trade for Allen Robinson? So yeah, apparently Allen Robinson, and there's a lot of players that feel like are getting shopped right now. I wouldn't hate it. I feel like if the Patriots trade for somebody, it should be DeAndre Hopkins. But at the same time, is Hopkins want to go back? Is gonna want to go back and play for Bill O'Brien, the guy that traded him to Arizona from Houston? So maybe Allen Robinson is a backup plan if you can't land a player like D-Hop. With Derrick Henry on the trade block, are the Titans in rebuild mode? Yes, absolutely, Steven. They're absolutely in rebuild mode. And I don't really understand why they've already committed to bringing Tannehill back. Because if they're in rebuild mode, I feel like they should just try to go with a young quarterback and see how that goes. But at the same time, it's like you want that young quarterback to have support. You want them to have Derrick Henry. You want them to have good receivers. And the Titans right now are just in a tough spot. Ron Carthon, I think, was a great hire, Steven. I think he's going to do a good job. But Derrick Henry, trading him would be interesting. It would depend on the package. I would not trade Derrick Henry unless you're getting a first-round pick in return. Sam Lowe saying, do you think Aaron Rodgers is done, or will he try to move on and get a new lease of life? I don't think he's done. I would not be shocked if he retired, but I'd be surprised. I don't think he's done. I think he either goes back to Green Bay or goes to the Raiders. I think the Jets are going to be very disappointed, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is done. Drew Baca saying, do we know if Jacobs is getting exclusive or not exclusive? It's not exclusive? It's a non-exclusive tag. Okay, thank you, Producer Jack. So when we first learned the news, we didn't know. But new reports coming out is that it's the non-exclusive tag. So that basically makes him a restricted free agent, right, Producer Jack? It's like other teams can so other teams can go, and according to The Athletic, by the way. So I appreciate you, Drew. This news is breaking as we speak. So it's a non-exclusive tag. So other teams can maybe offer him a contract, but the Raiders couldn't match any offer that he got. And Dr. Pancake saying, Where will Winston land? Yeah, Jameis Winston's going to be a cap casualty in New Orleans after this Derek Carr news. They're going to save about $5 billion against the cap. I don't know, man. He's not going to be a starter again, obviously. The backup option, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, maybe the Rams, maybe. But he's going to be a backup. Any team looking for a backup quarterback might talk to him. Thomas the Engine saying, bold prediction in NFL free agency. So before today, I would have said Derrick Henry trade. But that appears to be reality at this point. So now I would say Lamar Jackson to the Atlanta Falcons, a possible trade there. That the Falcons, I should say the Ravens, are going to put a tag on Lamar Jackson. Whether that's not exclusive or not, we'll see. And then he will get traded to the Atlanta Falcons. That is my bold prediction. I think Atlanta is going to go after him. Will Lamar Jackson get traded? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. Type T for traded or S for staying down in the comments. Go down and let me know what you think. I think he's going to get traded to the Atlanta Falcons. If he does get traded, we're certainly going to have you guys covered. Here on the channel, we got news, rumors, trade rumors, draft content, free agency content, a lot more. Hit that subscribe button below. It's the best way to stay in the loop with NFL YouTube. RC Plane Builder saying, will this year be the year that my Atlanta Falcons finally break their 28-3 curse? If you trade for Lamar, yeah. Earlier, I said that the Saints were the clear favorites for that division after the Derek Carr signing. But I would very much change my tone there if the Falcons traded for Lamar Jackson. If they trade for Lamar Jackson, they are a contender with some of the talent they have on that team. They're going to have to add to that defense, though. But they have the cap space to do it. Mr. Awesome Guy, 222, saying, right now it's the Eagles' NFC title to lose. Who is their biggest threat? Yeah, I would agree. I would say that they are certainly the favorites. In terms of biggest threats, it's hard not to say San Francisco. But at the same time, what are they going to do at quarterback? Brock Purdy, his status is up in the air. Jimmy G's gone. Trey Lance is not proven. So I can certainly understand why you wouldn't say San Francisco. But at the same time, though, I'm just looking at that San Francisco team, that defense, bringing in, losing D'Amico Ryans was really, really tough. But some of the coaches they brought in have been really, really good this offseason. James Davis saying, should Patriots draft a top wide receiver with the 14th pick or go the veteran route? I think it depends. I mean, the good news for you, James, if you're a Patriots fan, is the fact that free agency is before the draft. So if you swing and miss on a DeAndre Hopkins trade, if you fail to maybe trade for Brandon Cooks or another top wide receiver, or maybe don't sign OBJ, then if a Quentin Johnston is available at 14 or JSN is available at 14, then yeah, you should absolutely draft a top wide receiver. I just think it depends on what you do in free agency. In the games 1, 2, 3, where do you think Allen Robinson will go to? Patriots. So there you go, James. I think Allen Robinson, the Patriots, probably gonna have. Dylan Autumn saying, favorite running back prospect in the draft? Man, that's a tough question. I will say this. Devin A-Chain's won me over. Over 1,100 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. I was at the game against LSU where he rushed for over 200 yards. I watched this guy at the Combine. So the LSU performance, the Combine performance, certainly won me over. He ran a 4.34 at the Combine. Who is your favorite running back prospect in the 2023 NFL 2023 NFL draft? 2003, the year that Syracuse basketball won it all. That's why I like that year. 2023 NFL draft. Go down to the comments. Let me know your favorite running back prospect in this year's draft class. Andrew, what's up? Do you think the Bills will trade for Derrick Henry? So right now, Andrew, the Bills are the betting favorites, according to Sportsline, to land Derrick Henry. The Dolphins are right there, too. So I feel like if Henry's traded, it's going to be the AFC East. Roman Ham saying, big fan, we appreciate it, man. By the way, do you think my Falcons will be serious contenders by signing Jesse Bates, Javon Hargrave, McCole Hardman, and Patrick Peterson? I think they'll get at least one of those guys. I could see McColl, and I could see Jesse Bates. In fact, I do believe that the Falcons will be the favorites to land Jesse Bates once he hits free agency here. Patrick Peterson, I don't know if you want Patrick Peterson. He's not really in his prime anymore, obviously. Evan Hinder saying, Carson Wentz be Kirk Cousins' backup. Man, I will see. I don't know, man. I think the Vikings need to upgrade at the backup quarterback position. I don't know if you do that by getting Carson Wentz. We will certainly see. Again, be sure to subscribe to our NFL Draft channel, youtube.com/chatnfl. Go and subscribe right now. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video.